have I done? What have I done?
Oh, yes! These boots are made for walking.
Episode 3 of Sister Wives Season 18 was not fun. It was like showing up to a restaurant and realizing every item on the menu is angry, bland chicken. We saw no action. I am so sick of watching these people on their porches. At this point, I'm this close to driving out to AZ myself and spray painting all over their properties just so we don't have to risk seeing these shots again.
No.
We are starting episode 3 off with a man trip.
Dreams do come true.
We get to see Kody's mid-30s brother Michael again, who we haven't seen for several seasons. Michael is gonna give us exactly nothing this episode. He's mostly gonna sit next to Kody like a wax statue. Just a gray background bloop that occasionally inhales and exhales. We also get to be reacquainted with the silent wedding officiant himself, Nathan.
Mitchell Thompson, will you receive Aspen Christine Brown?
I slowly started to be seducted by him.
Kody tells us, hey, this is kind of like a men's therapy group for middle-aged dudes whose wives have left them.
Is the fact that she's leaving me and I'm bitter and I'm yelling. I've been whining to these 3 gentlemen about my divorce with Christine.
Sounds like fun.
We learned that during this divorce, Kody has gone online and decided to look up.
Trying to research if you're getting a divorce, how do you manage keeping things amiable with kids?
Okay, it says, let the kids know it's not their fault. What to do if not currently speaking to said kids. Tell them you love them. What? Everything here just expects me to do all the work. Kody blames his entire personality the last 4 seasons on some group.
And what it is just this really big, like, walk away from women movement, and it's about angry men. And I think that might have been a touch of poison because I got angry, and they feel like I'm a woman hater.
I'm not gonna lie, I am very surprised we even get one clip of Kody sort of recognizing, in hindsight, I think hating women actually hurt my relationship with the wives I still had left. Then Nathan, my God, who had Nathan calls out Kody's self-delusion on their men's trip bingo card?
The root of anger is in 2 things. It's either in fear or it's in self-delusion or self-deception.
I don't know what you're talking about, but my gut says no.
Kody makes some remark aligning the polygamous structure with, like, water down everyone's personalities. And I'm like, he's saying it all out loud now. What happened to season 1? We're all independent ladies. Yes, we have everything everyone else has. And then he basically echoes what all of the fans have been saying for years.
If I'm married to this woman and she's really cantankerous or I don't enjoy her, it'd be nice to have another wife because then I can get away from her for a little bit.
These supposedly religious dudes marry a bunch of new wives just so that when the old ones get boring, they can move on to banging a new one.
I'm not going to be bothered when another guy is in her life.
Yeah, Kody. I'm sure you'll be totally fine with another man being all up in Christine's life. Kody says he can only think of one thing he regrets with Christine. One thing. What? We have 17 seasons of footage, and he thinks of one thing. But the thing he remembers is basically cussing Christine out when she said she hated polygamy.
No, it wasn't just hating polygamy. It was realizing that after I gave so much, anything he wanted me to do, I did. But when I needed help, he said no.
We don't need Christine to tell us about Kody saying no to her asking for help. We, as an audience, know she could be referencing any number of things. He didn't help with Isabel's surgery. He famously refused to tuck Christine's kids in while she was pregnant and working at night. We literally watched Christine bribe Kody on the show when he wanted to put a wrestling mat in her garage.
Christine pulls me aside and says, listen, if this mat's going into my house, then you're going to be a better husband. You're going to spend more time at my house.
She had to bribe him to get him to spend more time with her and her kids. This is followed by Kody and Robin making the absurd claim that Robin only had Kody 1/4 of the time.
Parenting is never easy in plural marriage. Cody's gone 3/4 of the time.
Liar!
And that's why I had childcare. Because I can't ask Kody for that kind of help.
Now, looking into your other marriages, you will know what not to do.
You think he's not just gonna go immediately repeat the same exact pattern with Janelle and Mary?
Double down. I'm right, you're wrong.
You're on the Kody coaster. Ah!
We're finally out of the polygamous bros down one hoe part of the episode, and we are moving on to the big event of the evening. The big fight between Janelle and Kody that TLC has been advertising all summer.
Tell the whole world. Tell the world.
I think you decided you didn't want to be a plural husband anymore.
And then go hang out with your buddy Christine.
That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift.
I wanted to sit on a porch.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money.
Hey, it's winter out there. Janelle and I...
The way Kody walks into this scene. Hey, just a sec. I need to make my sunglasses a headband. Okay, now I'm ready to say my lines.
You guys have a very tiny Christmas tree.
F you, Kody. I know I made fun of the tree myself in the last recap, but still, f you, Kody. It's your fault she's living in dorm block C right next to the athletic hall. She probably has to listen to Courtney screaming at her boyfriend till 4 a.m. every morning in the paper-thin walls, and it's all your fault because you her over financially. We learn Kody has not so much as picked up the phone to call his own children.
There's been no movement on either side. Kody hasn't called them.
Although he will straight up deny this to Mary later in the episode. We revisit again the did he, didn't he demand the boys apologize to Robin conversation.
I don't think they're welcome.
I never said my kids weren't welcome.
If they apologize and they're kind of
No. I completely reversed that. I
on me.
corrected that completely.
Cody insists he took it back. Just like Robin took her virginity back after having 3 children.
The biggest mistake I ever made in my life.
Janelle's like, stop blaming me for your terrible relationship with your children. And Cody's like,
It's because it belongs on you,
No, it
Janelle.
doesn't.
Janelle has to ask twice. Why? Why is it all on me? And Kody, in another award-winning performance, gives us a checks camera right, pause, because you wouldn't respect my COVID rules.
Why does it belong on me?
Because you didn't support my stand when it came to actually doing the COVID stuff.
He drove to a wedding in Oklahoma. This man could not give 2 f***s about COVID. It's just another excuse to keep the family apart.
So I'm supposed to choose between you and our children? That's
You know
what you
what?
basically said.
All you have to do is support what I'm doing.
When I tell you watching this conversation made me want to do horrible things to the left side of my TV screen. It's like, you've been favoring Robin's kids for years. Stop blaming the fact that everybody won't bleach their ass when they pick up a piece of mail. Cody's on one. He is very patronizing towards Janelle.
So listen, you really need to stop throwing me under the bus.
You threw yourself under the bus when you allowed your kids to see you being a better father to Robin's kids. Janelle references Kody calling her the Teflon Queen on the show.
The Teflon Queen, isn't that what you said?
I gotta be honest, I have no idea what Teflon is. I'm just gonna go with this though. This also tells me that they are all watching these episodes. They are watching Kody all over them.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Finally, Janelle gets down to the bones of it.
You wanted me to kick the boys out.
Yes, he did, girl. We saw that. We can back you up on it.
Now you are literally gaslighting.
Hanging
They're
out.
adults. Bye-bye.
You need to just make the boys move
When
up.
you're 21, karmically, I have given you all you need. You go get a job. Bye.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell.
I'm sorry, here's the problem. Janelle's name is on the lease, so I can't evict them. Janelle's name is on the lease. I can't evict them.
Things start to get uncomfortable for me when Kody starts pointing his finger and waving it all in front of Janelle's face.
Janelle, I corrected that and you know it. So stop using that one.
Because
you're hanging your hat on that one because you're wrong.
yelled.
At this point in the argument, I am exhausted. Look, I don't want more confessionals. I'm sick of 80% of the episodes being confessionals, but I wouldn't have minded if at this point in the episode, production did slice in some confessionals of them grilling Kody. I think that would have provided some much needed relief to the 100% tension that this episode is. And when Janelle yells out,
What have I done? What have I done?
Oh, yes, it feels so good to have Janelle yell over the top of Kody for once.
But you and Robin are the paragons of honesty and perfection.
Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for finally saying something to Kody's face, for finally saying what we have all been dancing around for 17 seasons. This is it. This is the show. Kody favors Robin. He thinks they're both perfect. It's clear to literally the whole rest of the world that that's not true. Finally, somebody is saying, I know that you think you guys are perfect, but what you don't know is you're not even close. You're not even close to perfect. You guys are actually the bad guys of this show. And then Kody breaks the fourth wall, but it's not an enjoyable fourth wall breaking moment.
Tell me how I'm manipulating. Oh, no. Tell the whole world. Tell the world.
Get that finger out of Queen Janelle's face, please. Can I just say again how uncomfortable I am?
Tell the world. And then go hang out with your buddy Christine.
Was that knife to the kidneys good? I'm really going for the award season this year. By the way, what is the reward season for reality shows? Is it is there a category for handsome leading men with really great curly girl hair?
She loves to sit right here, talk me.
Kody, we all talk you. I talk you all the time to my wife, who doesn't even watch the show. She's like, who the is Kidney? You deserve to be talked. It's what you signed up for when you drug these women onto this show with you. We all watched the pilot. We all remember Janelle and Christine's faces. I mean, Mary was a little excited. I'm not gonna lie. Mary was very into it. She was like, this is my big moment. I'm gonna be a star. Christine and Janelle's faces, they were I don't know about that. You gotta take the good with the bad, which includes being talked. Then Janelle gets real. She tells Kody to his face what we've all been thinking for the last few seasons since he started complaining about them complaining.
I think you decided you didn't want to be a plural husband anymore. You are now pushing me out the door.
No, I'm not.
I'm out the door. I'm down the street. I already changed the locks to the RV. I have a Kotex-sized footprint on my stomach from when you pushed me out the door. Janelle tells Kody she's being gaslit, and Cody's like, you learned that word from me.
I feel like I'm being gaslit. I'm being told that you say something.
You're using that because I used the term.
You probably never even heard that word before I started doing it to you. We finally get that classic line from the trailer where Janelle tells Kody to
shut your mouth and let me talk to you for a minute.
Listen to me.
No.
You keep.
No, there is no interest in understanding.
Cody goes over to pour some hot water to go. He's like, this just isn't gonna work out for us. By the way, where's your lemon slices? I can't remember. Okay, good. Yeah, our marriage is pretty much over. And oh, you know what? Do you have some more hot water? Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I'm never gonna talk to the boys again. Janelle says, you're not listening to me. And Kody responds,
and I'm not going to.
He finally admits he has no interest in anything Janelle has to say. He already admitted the same thing about Christine, and he's pretty much told the whole world he'd rather make out with a 10-pound turd than let Mary touch him. So Janelle was right. Kody has absolutely no interest in plural marriage anymore. The realization hits Janelle. This is the end for them. Their marriage is pretty much over.
I was really upset when he left because it feels like there's a finality to it, and now I'm worried about what happens to me.
I just want to wrap Janelle in my arms and just tell her everything's gonna be okay. The whole fan base is gonna buy your financial tell-all books, and then you're gonna have just a Christine-like glow up, and it's we basically already watched this happen because the show's so behind, but I just want to make her, comfort her, and just make her feel, and she's like, you are beautiful, you did the right thing.
It took me about a half hour to kind of overcome the shock of the conversation. And I called him and I said, come get your stuff.
She did it! She kicked him out! And then Janelle gives us one of the most insightful and truthful feeling confessionals I've ever watched on the show.
He feels like he can't leave a wife because it's bad on him if he leaves a wife high and dry. Like says, I'm no longer married to you. His pattern seems to be that he just sort of ignores that person.
He makes her miserable and he forces her to leave. Although, I guess nobody's gonna acknowledge him straight up divorcing Mary. Like, he told the world, I no longer consider myself married to Mary. Why does this not count in anyone's mind? Janelle tells us on camera that she finally realizes, although I don't believe for a second this is actually the first time she's realizing it. I think she thought of this a while ago, which contributed to her leaving his ass. She finally realizes that she has been financially screwed.
I have nothing financially. Everything as far as my estate goes, any kind of savings, money, anything is tied up in this property. I trusted in this family structure, but now I'm really stuck.
They f***ed her over. They f***ed her over.
I'm 50 and I have nothing.
Production questions Kody about this, and he just lies to our face.
But she's got just as many assets as the rest of us.
She's got plenty of assets, like the mini Christmas tree, and many lovely pieces from Colleen's consignment furniture. We are going to spend our final minutes of the episode back at Depression Canyon with Kody, Robin, and the very loyal kicked puppy that is Mary. Right away, Mary clocks the vibe of the whole episode. Kody nonchalantly tells Robin and Mary about his screaming at Janelle, and he's really going hard with the metaphors this season.
We threw rocks at glass houses. I was Atlas, and the minute that I shrugged it off.
It's scary because, like, what does this mean?
So scared. What does this mean? I'm not gonna get my porch fantasy. Mary asks Kody if he's tried reaching out to Janelle's boys, and he just lies.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I've reached out to basically everybody.
You know what? Janelle really is the star of this episode, but Mary has been on the pulpit, preaching some truth to everybody.
Kody feels pretty angry, and whenever you're angry, you're not gonna see any other perspective.
She goes on to perfectly describe the situation she's in.
I'm not in the Kody and Robin married club. I'm not in the Janelle and Christine friend club. If I go over to Robin and Cody's, I'm going over to Robin and Cody's. If they were to come over to my house, they'd be coming to Mary's house.
Robin asked Kody point blank, do you want to be with him?
Could you be around everybody and with the boys?
No, I'd rather just be around people who really want to be around me.
So this entire episode, Kody has been screaming at Janelle that it's her fault everything's bad between him and the boys, and then he just admits that he doesn't even want to be with them.
I just want to run away from everybody who's been so uncool.
Kody is such a child. I just want to get on my scooter. It's what me and the kids use as transport these days. I just want to get on my scooter and leave these uncool wives in my dust. Oh, this was such a terrible episode. All right. Meet me back here next week for my episode 4 breakdown. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I'm reading everyone's comments and y'all are just cracking me up.